starting. Hello, soccer fans, and welcome to the live broadcast of tonight's match, Penn versus South Bend St. Joe, for potentially a share of the NIC Championship. This is also senior night for Penn. We've got quite a few seniors tonight. This is a big game for the boys. We're hoping to pull it out.
Coming into this game tonight, Penn is 8-0 in their conference, and St. Joseph is 7-1. So this is a big game for both of them. If Penn clenches this game, they get themselves a spot in the NIC Championship. So yeah, big game for Penn, and it should be a very interesting game. Two very good teams, and going to make for a very interesting night.
Getting lineups underway right now. Currently, we're looking at the stats right now. Last game versus St. Joe was for the regional title. Went to a shootout. Penn won that. It was a heart-racing shootout, and Penn found their way through all the way to the semi-state finals and ended up losing in penalties. These boys are hoping they can make another state run.
Lineups going on right now, and have high spirits, and everyone is ready to go.
Penn starting lineup looking like number 2, Daniel Greaves, captain. Number 3, Alex Dobbins, captain. Number 21, striker Drew Fulmer. Number 1, goalkeeper Evan Mercurio. Number 6, Yvonne Gomez. Number 7, John Graham. Number 9, Jackson Hopkins. Number 11, Riley Smith. Number 15, Luiana McCalla. Number 22, Micah Craig. And number 26, Brandon Stahl. One senior we really want to mention is number 21, captain Drew Fulmer. If you watch any Penn's games last season, it's hard to miss with his mohawk.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. That just concluded the lovely singing of the national anthem, and soccer is about to go down.
As I was saying before the national anthem, it's hard to miss. Number 21, senior Drew Fulmer, made the transition from left back to striker. He's made a huge impact for Penn this season, scoring so many goals, so many clutch goals on the way, leading this undefeated team. Penn's hoping to stay undefeated tonight against a very tough St. Joe side. St. Joe, they're 7-1 in NIC conference play, 9-4 overall. Penn's looking at a 12-0-2 record, those two being ties. As we said before, if Penn wins, it'll clinch at least a tie for the NIC title. Looks like we're about to kick off here. Drew Fulmer and Riley Smith in the midfield, kicking the ball off for Penn. Penn's attacking from left to right. St. Joe attacking right to left. St. Joe in their light blue colors, Penn in their home white. Kickoff will be momentarily. The referee has blown his whistle and we get underway. Penn drops it back to Luciano McCullough. Finds Riley Smith. Riley Smith lays it back to 3-year starter Brandon Stahl. He's only a junior. Great player for Penn, very clutch player. Penn's kept the ball so far. Transfer, Ivan Gomez, skill in the midfield. Ball played back to junior center back and captain Daniel Greaves, number 2. Louis McCullough on the ball, number 15. Misplay by Penn in the back. Shot for number 4 of St. Joe, deflected. St. Joe now in possession. Trying to connect a string of passes, blocked by number 9, Jackson Hopkins. John Graham's now away. He's got a lot of space on the left side of the field. Great tackle by number 5, Grant Gillis. Deflected off John Graham, now St. Joe ball. St. Joe throw-in. Intercepted by Riley Smith. Riley Smith plays it down to John Graham. John Graham is attacking on the left side. Dispossessed. Graham and Gillis going after the ball. John Graham wins it. Crossing the box.
Very good aggression.
Deflected. Still a battle in the box here. Looks like a Penn throw on the left side of the field.
He held on to that very well. A couple times where he almost got taken away. Very well.
Graham again on the left side. St. Joe has a chance here to go on the break. Into the midfield, Josh Scott. Does very well. Captain Louis Nani in possession in the midfield. Dispossessed. Jackson Hopkins with the step. George Griffith here, the left back. Great step by 15, Louis McCullough. He's known for that, his aggression. Sometimes gets out of position, as we see here. Penn throw in.
A lot of good aggression, a lot of teamwork out here. They're not just holding on to the ball, they're keeping it through to each other.
We got another Penn throw in on the near side of the field. Louis McCullough to take it. Finds senior Drew Fulmer. Van Gomez dispossessed by Louis Nani. Louis been a big part of St. Joe's midfield this year. Down the line to number 4, Patrick Pulowski. He's now on the left side of the field. Dribbles in, takes on Daniel Greaves. Great tackle from Jackson Hopkins. Louis Nani now looking for the cross. Fires it in. Shot close. Away. We now have a goal kick from Evan Mercurio. Takes his time here as Penn were caught out. Gives his team a chance to regroup. Mercurio's assessing his options. It's a blast of a kick to St. Joe. Looked like a handball.
No call.
Grant Gillis does a great job of boxing out John Graham. Make it a St. Joe throw on the far side. Still in their half. Penn might be able to press and get an early attack here. Penn throw on the far side. Alex Dobbins to take. Senior captain. Another Penn throw. We haven't had a real string of possession or a good string of passes. Here's Riley Smith. Takes on 2 defenders. Comes out second. Looks like he was pulled down. A lot of scrappy play so far. Louis McCullough drops it back. Junior goalie Evan Mercurio.
Another rocket of a kick.
Evan plays it up. Out by Grant Gillis. Deflected actually off John Graham for the St. Joe throw. Now number 10, Giovanni Castaneda. Daniel Greaves with the ball from the back. Goalkeeper collects. No real attacks so far. We're 5 minutes in. Not much of any possession either. A scrappy game it's looking like so far. Ivan Gomez wins the ball off the goal kick. Louis on the right side of the field, looking for Jackson Hopkins. He plays it. A little too much on that pass. St. Joe throw on the near side. Sophomore George Griffith. Been a very solid player for them this year. Looks like a re-throw. Number 14, George Griffith take the throw. Maxwell Manta heads that out of play. Louis to take the throw. McCullough finds Hopkins. Hopkins. Ivan Gomez with the step. Dispossesses St. Joe. Tries to find the ball on the far side. Looks like John Graham will come second to that to Grant Gillis. Teammates at Junior Irish. This should be a good rivalry here between John Graham and Grant Gillis. Free kick taken very quickly by Drew Fulmer. Riley Smith beats his man in the box. Shoots. Goal! Riley Smith. Early strike on his senior night. What a goal that is from Riley Smith to put Penn 1-0 up in the 7th minute. What a goal.
That gives Riley his 7th regular season goal.
Wow. Great way to put Penn into the lead early on. That'll be a real shift in momentum for the boys. As my partner said here, that's his 7th goal in the season. Quite an impressive tally for a midfielder. Captain Louis Nani takes the restart quickly. Finds the ball on the far right side of the pitch. St. Joe now has a throw. Looks like a foul just outside the box on the far side. See who takes here. Looks like Ryan Koslak might step up to take this. St. Joe defender. It's in a very dangerous position. If Penn doesn't get ahead on this, it could be trouble. Takes it. Header by number 10. That was Ethan Koslak.
Heavy contact here.
Looks like Jackson Hopkins might be hurt.
Heavy contact to the head. He's going back in. Seems to be all right.
Like a 50-50 collision. Louis Nani wins the ball off of Evan Mercurio's punt. St. Joe now in possession. John Graham dispossesses Ethan Koslak. Graham plays this Riley Smith. Riley Smith beats one, beats two. Dispossess. Alex Dobbins with the interception. Riley Smith now. Back to Dobbins. Drew Fulmer. Back to Ivan Gomez. Plays the ball over the top.
Good.
Ball popped here on the sideline.
Well, that did me a swift startle.
Bit of a shocker.
Wow.
Looks like everything's all right.
I can all take a minute to get our heart rates down.
St. Joe with the restart. Drew Fulmer loses the ball in possession. Riley Smith now pressing the St. Joe back line. Looks like Penn has a sub coming in. Midfield star Sammy Atkins, number 4. He'll be coming in momentarily. Fulmer. Now into John Graham on the far left side of the field. John Graham beats one. Looking to find the cross here. Looks like a St. Joe goal kick. Sub now coming in. Number 4, Sammy Atkins in for number 9, Jackson Hopkins. He still might be a little bit shaken up after that collision on the near side of the field here. They're going to make sure he's all right. Junior Sammy Atkins has been a rock for Penn this season in the center defensive role. Looks like he might be playing out on the wing, providing a little bit more attack. He's a lot of skill. Hasn't been able to show up from that center defensive role as he's a very good defender as well.
Update on Jackson Hopkins. I heard him say he might have chipped his tooth. Hoping he's okay.
Hoping he can make a return back to this game. It'd be an awful senior night.
Looking like he didn't lose it.
St. Joe now maybe away. Number 4, Patrick Pulowski in. Daniel Greaves with a missed slide tackle. Cross. Deflected. Great work from Daniel Greaves.
Very good defense.
Made a great recovery run and looked like Patrick Pulowski was away at number 4. Now it's St. Joe corner on the far side of the field. Looks like number 9 to take Maxwell Manta. Steps up with the right foot. Outswinger. Drew Fulmer away. Mixing the box here. Luciano McCullough finds a way out. Riley Smith beats his man. A little bit of a heavy touch. Takes out a play on the far side of the field for a St. Joe throw. Grant Gillis to take the throw. Can't seem to find anybody. Does take the throw. St. Joe with a bit of possession. Now switching it to our near side of the field on the left side. 14, George Griffith.
And it goes out.
Sammy Atkins intercepts. Ball goes out of play.
St. Joe throwing.
Number 9, Hopkins does look to be all right. He's coming back into the game.
Checking back in for the Kingsmen.
Did check back in for 15, Luciano McCullough. Hopkins making a run down the far right side of the field. Misplays the ball, looking for Riley Smith making the run. Drew Smith, an aggressive tackle. Foul. It's going to be St. Joe ball just outside midfield. Played quickly. St. Joe looking to spread Penn apart. Sammy Atkins is now dropped to the right back role with Jackson Hopkins now taking up the right wing spot. St. Joe's now playing the ball in the back. Sends a long ball. Looks like Ryan Koslak fouled in the midfield. Dangerous spot for a long ball here for St. Joe. Looks like number 9, Maxwell Mont trying to take this. Scrum in the box here. Evan Mercurio collects. Looks to find number 4, Sammy Atkins. He does. Sammy on the far right side of the pitch. Connects to Drew Fulmer. Fulmer finds Jackson. It's a long pass. St. Joe's left back, George Griffith, takes it out of play. Sammy Atkins takes the throw. Juggles 1 or 2. Sammy recovers. Brandon Stahl now in possession. Switching the field now to Alex Dobbins. Dobbins has been rock solid at the left back position for Penn. He's played just about everywhere. Center back, left back, right back, whatever needed filled. Looks like now a corner for St. Joe. 2 subs coming into the game. Number 13 and 24.
Number 13, J.P. Rasker, and number 24, Eddie Duarte Navarrete.
You want to type that link in for me, too? St. Joe takes the corner. Headed away by Micah Craig. Drew Fulmer heads away. Riley Smith now. A tactical foul by St. Joe. Riley Smith looked to be away. Pulled him down just past midfield. It's going to be a yellow card. Yellow card for number 16. Looks like Adam Wozniak. He does have to come off the field now. St. Joe will be down to 10 men momentarily. Looks like now they're bringing on, just for the moment, number 23, Matthew Horvath. Micah Craig takes a long ball into the box. St. Joe clears. Daniel Grease now connects with Micah Craig. Sammy Atkins on the ball. Finds Ivan Gomez. Dispossessed, wins it back. Back to Jackson Hopkins. Hopkins looks for Riley Smith. St. Joe goalkeeper collects. Thundering punt, looks to be just hitting midfield line. Knocked down by Micah Craig. It's going to be out for a St. Joe throw. On the far side, Grant Gillis taking the throw. Into their winger, number 24, Eddie Duarte. Drew Fulmer with a long ball, looking for Jackson Hopkins. St. Joe's goalkeeper collects again. Just a little bit too much on that from Drew Fulmer. Another punt. Sammy Atkins with the header. They're now in. JP, number 13. Great tackle from Daniel Grease. Wow, what a block that is. St. Joe throw now. St. Joe corner, actually. Ref signal for the corner. Adam Wozniak back in, the man who's yellow carded. 23 now back off. Matthew Horvath. St. Joe now take the corner on the near side. Sammy Atkins away. Alex Dobbins wins the header. Out for another St. Joe corner. St. Joe looking to take the corner. They do. In swinger. Headed by St. Joe. Now Penn goal kick. Instructions being barked out from both coaches. Junior Evan Mercurio looking to take the goal kick here. Evan Mercurio slips. Foul by number 2, Daniel Grease. Looked to be going for the ball as a 50-50 challenge. Looks like number 13, JP Raster, is down. Daniel Grease with the tackle, pleading with the ref now. Looks like a yellow card for number 2, Daniel Grease. Both teams carded now. St. Joe was on the breakaway after an Evan Mercurio slip. Looks like the right decision from the ref as St. Joe was away. Tackle was from behind. We're hoping number 13 is all right. Looks to be down on the field. Penn trainers are out.
He's up now. Seems to be all right.
St. Joe coach now asking for an explanation from the referee.
Solid, calm reactions from both teams. Nothing too heated. Very good composure.
Break in play here. St. Joe does have a free kick just outside the box. Number 13, JP Rasser, looks to be going under test here. We're hoping he's all right.
Looks like he passed the test. He seems to be very okay.
Break and play here again. St. Joe looking to take their free kick just outside the box.
Coming in for number 13 is number 4 for St. Joe.
Number 2, Captain Daniel Graves be looking to get back in the action as soon as he can. Remember, he was yellow carded, so he needed to come off the pitch, but he will be back on momentarily. St. Joe to take here. Number 9, their captain, whips it in the box. Scrap in front of goal. St. Joe scores.
We now have a tie game.
Scrappy goal in the box. Unclear who scored it. There were multiple people. Looked like they got a foot on it. Gets past goalkeeper Evan Mercurio. We now have a 1-1 game. 22 minutes left in the half.
High enthusiasm from the St. Joe team. Very supportive of each other.
Looked to be just what they needed to get back into this game. Penn gets the game restarted here. Micah Craig now in possession. Into John Graham. Graham beats his man down line. Looks as if he dribbled out of play now. St. Joe's throwing on the far side of the field. Number 5, Grant Gillis. 17, Louis Nani sends a long ball. Daniel Greaves wins the header. Straight up. Ivan Gomez now through. Find himself a lot of space. Intercepted. Be a Penn throw on the far side of the field. Number 7, John Graham. Do we have any viewers? I don't think it's not working. They can stand on the fence. St. Joe now in possession. Number 14, George Griffith. Daniel Greaves now plays into Ivan Gomez. John Graham on the far side of the field. Looking to dispossess. Long ball sent by number 24, Eddie Duarte Navarrete. Number 1, Evan Mercurio collects, the goalkeeper. Penn looks to be pleading for a handball. They're not going to get it from the referee. Unclear what the call is here. Looks like a free kick for St. Joe. Penn support has come out in numbers. Looks like it was a promotion from a wrestling coach, Coach Harper. He owns Urban Swirl and Heritage Square. The first 200 Penn students get free Urban Swirl. I think it's up to 8 or 6 ounces. Very generous from Mr. Harper. 26, Brandon Stahl plays the ball out of play. It'll be St. Joe throw on the near side. Number 9, Maxwell Manta.
A lot of Penn student support out here. They are lining the fence. Huge support from students and most likely staff.
Now a foul from Louis Nani on Drew Fulmer just outside the Penn area. Daniel Greaves now to take. Looks like he's giving it to Evan Mercurio. Stream's not working. No one's like, I'm trying to get my mom to send her. Looks to be a handball by 13, JP Raster, we play on. Header 1 here by number 10, Giovanni Castaneda. Alex Dobbins with the step. Referee blows his whistle here. St. Joe throw on the far side. Louis Nowdy now on the ball for St. Joe. Daniel Greaves now looks fine. Blasted away by Micah Craig. Riley Smith now. Ball's out of play. Sub coming in, number 14, Hayden Hearn for number 7, John Graham. Hayden Hearn is one of the paciest players on this team. He has the speed to beat anybody on the left side of the field. Alex Dobbins with the throw. Drew Fulmer with a bit of skill in the midfield. Finds Hayden Hearn. Drew Fulmer fights through a couple tackles. Into the box. Hayden Hearn with the shot. Looks like he's just wide. St. Joe now with the goal kick. St. Joe takes the kick. Won by Micah Craig. Out of play. It'll be a St. Joe throw. Grant Gillis to take. Seems like most of his actions been throw-ins. There have been a lot of throw-ins to him on that far right side of the field. Ivan Gomez now. Heavy touch in the midfield. Finds Jackson Hopkins. Jackson looks to find Riley Smith. St. Joe goalkeeper lets it run out for a goal kick. It's been a pretty eventful first half. Remember, the score's 1-1. 16 minutes left in the half. That's what it looks like from the... St. Joe looks to be bringing on 3 subs. Sammy Atkins with the tackle. Louis Nani's in. Evan Mercurio collects. Coach Nakayama for Penn barking on instructions. Evan Mercurio looks to find Jackson Hopkins. Header won by George Griffith. Cleared by St. Joe. Sammy Atkins now. Looking to find a ball over the top of Riley Smith. Won by St. Joe. Atkins second on that header. Alex Dobbins down possession. Looks to find Hayden Hearn. Hayden Hearn just can't reach it. Out of play for another St. Joe throw. 3 subs coming in now for St. Joe. Number 4, Patrick Pulowski. Number 4, Ryan Koslak. Or number 2, Ryan Koslak. And looks like number 8, Josh Scott. Both teams seem to be attacking at will here, looking for this goal heading into half. 14 minutes left in the half. Daniel Greaves looking for a ball over the top. Ivan Gomez wins the header. Penn in St. Joe's half. They clear. Header won by Brandon Stahl. Drew Fulmer fouled just outside the middle circle here. Micah Craig's going to look to whip this one in. Hopefully we can get a Penn goal. A lot of tall bodies named at. Number 26, Brandon Stahl. Number 2, Daniel Greaves. Look to be the targets here. Also number 9, Jackson Hopkins. Micah Craig to take. Hits it. In-swinging ball. Cleared by George Griffith for St. Joe. Josh Scott now in possession. Finds Patrick Pulowski. Sammy Atkins defending.
St. Joe with some room.
Looking to break Penn on the counter. Sammy Atkins just containing. Cross in for St. Joe. Finds Hayden Hearn of Penn. He's looking to break here. Plays the ball up line. Grant Gillis. Drew Fulmer with a great slide tackle. Looks as if play might be stopped. We play on. Cross by St. Joe, blocked by Alex Dobbins. With scrum in the box here. Whistle was blown. Looks like a corner for St. Joe.
Back-to-back contact for both St. Joe and Penn. Aggressive play from both teams.
Number 9, Maxwell Manta to take here.
Instructions coming from the St. Joe bench here.
He takes Sammy Atkins, number 4, away. Ivan Gomez
Breaking away.
beats 1,
Ooh.
beats 2. Dispossessed. Louis Nani looking to find space on the left side of the pitch. Sammy Atkins finds Jackson Hopkins on the right wing. Finds striker Drew Fulmer. Nutmeg of George Griffith taken down. Free kick for Penn here. Looks like the legs got tangled up. Both players seem to be all right. Micah Craig again to take. Going to look to swing us to the back post, hopefully get a head on it. As we said in the last free kick, Penn has a lot of height. Micah Craig takes. Great ball over the top. Hopkins gets a head on it. Save.
Very close, very close.
Great effort from Hopkins.
Launching kick from St. Joe.
Alex Dobbins wins the header. Finds Ivan Gomez, number 6 in the midfield. Ivan finds Hopkins. Sammy Atkins, the right back. Drops back to number 2, Daniel Greaves. Plays back to the other center back, Brandon Stahl. Sammy Atkins beats 2. Finds Micah Craig, number 22. He finds Riley Smith. Riley Smith looking to connect with Hayden Hearn. The speedster Hayden Hearn. Plays in. Riley Smith. Alex Dobbins now trying to get in the attack now, looking to drop back. Daniel Greaves wins the ball. Back into St. Joe possession.
Back and forth from St. Joe to Penn here.
St. Joe possession on the far right side of the field. Brandon Stahl dispossesses Patrick Pulowski. Looking for a long ball for Riley Smith. The ball looks like he's just staying in play. Van Gomez now number 6. Drops back to Brandon Stahl. Brandon Stahl's looking for the switch. Decides against it. Plays into Micah Craig. Wasn't looking for it. Penn's number 21, Drew Fulmer. Junior Sammy Atkins now on the ball. Looking for a 1-2 with Fulmer. Fulmer looks for the back post run. Hayden Hearn just outside the box. He's going to be looking for a cross here. He does. Finds Riley Smith. Riley Smith Dribbles in. Looks as if he was fouled. Referee says no.
Play's been generally staying near the middle of the field here. Penn's been sent some couple times back from St. Joe. Penn's better kept it very well on their side, on the aggressive.
Hopkins now looking to close back left back. George Griffith beaten down line. Gomez looks to step. St. Joe now looking to switch into Patrick Pulowski. Slide tackle from Daniel Grease. Beautifully timed. Two subs coming into the game. Number 15, Luciano McCalla, and number 7, John Graham. Coming off the field, number 14, Hayden Hearn, and number 3, Captain Alex Dobbins.
And that past streak there, like I said, it kept really close to the center there. Penn stayed on the aggressive for most of that, though.
That's right. Two subs also coming into the game for St. Joe. Referee's going to wait. Coming into the game momentarily will be number 13, J.P. Raster, and number 15, Rocky Correa Arroyo. About 7.5 minutes left in the half. Ball's dropped back. Sammy Atkins with the cross, headed out. Flick from Josh Scott, that's wonderful from him. Finds McCalla. Ivan Gomez with space in the midfield, looking to create something. Looks on the right side of the field. 50-50 challenge with John Graham and George Griffith on the far right side of the field.
Throw in.
Louis. Chested down, out of play by St. Joe. Penn's looking to take the corner here quickly. Trying to get one before half. 7 minutes left in the half. Looks like number 6, Ivan Gomez to take. Waiting to whip it in is Ivan Gomez. Takes. Long corner. Looking to the back post. Brandestall wins it. Hits it wide.
Subs coming in for St. Joe here.
Number 13, J.P. Raster, and number 15, Rocky Correa Arroyo come in for St. Joe. Number 4, Patrick Pulowski comes off, as well as Josh Scott, number 8.
Penn support seems to multiply here. You can look at the stands, and it just keeps getting more and more support. Signs and everything. You're seeing huge support for this Penn team.
It's nice to see support other than football. It's a really big game for the
Yes.
Penn boys soccer team. Sammy Atkins plays it up to Drew Fulmer. Fulmer misses the header. Daniel Greaves, another wonderfully timed tackle. On the far side of the field, looks like Sammy Atkins, he's now playing left back. Looks like Jackson Hopkins is now playing left wing. Fulmer looking to dispossess number 17, Louis Nani. Fulmer claiming for a foul. Looking like an elbow from 17, Louis Nani, captain. Daniel Greaves wins the header. Foul by number 21, Drew Fulmer on 17, Louis Nani. It's been a little bit scrappy between those two. Yeah. St. Joe free kick in their own half. Looking to connect on the left side of the field. Griffith on the ball. Looks over the top. Daniel Greaves wins it. Ivan Gomez now with space to create in the midfield. Into 22, Micah Craig. Micah Craig with the right foot. Looking for Jackson Hopkins. Hopkins collects. Looking for space. Sends the ball to the right side of the field. Intercepted by George Griffith. Right to Riley Smith. Riley Smith here taking his time. Finds John Graham. Graham on a senior night. Looks to beat his defender. Sends a low ball into the box. St. Joe's goalie Gunnar Sadawi collects.
Two subs looking to come in for Penn here.
Looks like number 25, Nicholas Arin, and number 10, Edgar Bateo. Nicholas, an exchange student from Germany, has really made his impact on this team. Scoring a couple goals. Former now with a backflip. Flick to Ivan Gomez. It looks like a little cheap shot from 17. Louis Nani into Jackson Hopkins. Great save.
Very
Penn
great save on
corner.
the St. Joe side.
Very clutch save from number 1 goalie Gunnar Sadawi.
This Penn crowd is roaring. They enjoyed that.
Nicholas Arian and number 10 Edgar Boteo heading in. Number 21 Drew Fulmer coming out. This is his first time out this half. He's going to need a breather. And number 11 Riley Smith. They've been creating very well.
Number 25, Nicholas, he had a great, well, he was part of his senior night tonight, and so we're hoping he can get some good play time in his senior night.
Looking to whip it in is Micah Craig, number 22. In swinging ball. Daniel Greaves wins it. Just wide.
Very good attempt, Penn.
High five from striker and 25 Nicholas Arian, the exchange student. Nicholas and Daniel have found themselves to be great friends. Penn soccer team's really taken in Arian as one of their own, even though he'll only be here for this year, as well as his exchange brother, Heine. He's also his senior night. We haven't seen him appear yet. Edgar Boteo, number 10, wins it. Looks to dispossess Louis Nani. Louis Nani's been a rock in the midfield for St. Joe so far. Plays the ball over the top. Brandon Stahl intercepts. Stahl looking for Hopkins. Hopkins beats his man down line. A great bit of skill. Looks to work inside. Finds Micah Craig. Micah Craig tees up a shot. Hits it. Just wide.
Just wide.
Just over 2 minutes left in the half here. Looks like a flat ball. St. Joe's goalkeeper asking for another one. Goal kick taken. A series of headers here. Ivan Gomez now in possession. Edgar Boteo. Looking to find Louis Mount and McCauley. Could not get there. Louis now dropping back. Throwing over his head. Daniel Greaves covering. Greaves looks to clear. Deflected out of bounds. It'll be a Penn throw with 2 minutes remaining in the half. John Graham. 2 defenders on him. Ball hit high in the air by Giovanni Castaneda. Hopkins looks to retain possession. Clear by number 22, Connor Smith. Ivan Gomez looks to find the ball over the top. Couldn't make it. Number 1 goalkeeper, Gunnar Sadawi, collects. Punts it. Gomez wins the header. Finds Nicholas. Nicholas. Finds John Graham. Graham dispossessed by George Griffith, number 14. Daniel Greaves. Looks for goalie Evan Mercurio. Mercurio punts it. John Graham wins it. Griffith.
Only a minute left here in this first half.
Looking at about 48 seconds. McCall wins the header, out of bounds. Quick play here from St. Joe. McCall finds John Graham. Edgar Boteo, a lot of space in the midfield. Sends Nicholas Arian. 25 Arian is through. First time shot. Saved.
Saved.
Great effort by Arian. Across his body. Looked like he's heading for the far post. Great save by Gunnar Sadawi. Another great save. He's had a couple this match to keep his team in the game.
Punt goes up. Only 10 seconds left here in this first half.
Micah Craig looking for the long ball. Sees John Graham. Header won by George Griffith. Ivan. And time has now expired in the first half.
Recap from the first half. Penn 1, St. Joe 1.
St. Joe with a scrappy goal. Penn scores on a Riley Smith. Both goals are scrappy, to be fair. St. Joe's more so. After the Daniel Grease foul just outside the box. We're looking at a 20-minute intermission.
Very aggressive play from both teams, I feel. Good teamwork, too. Talking. A little recap of boys soccer and girls soccer for Penn here. In men's soccer 2A, Penn is currently ranked 8th, and women's, they are currently ranked number 1. Very good women's team here for Penn.
We do have a really good women's team here at Penn. They're also ranked number 4 nationally. Just a little note for them. Two of their stars, striker Christina Lynch, is committed to Florida State University, one of the best women's college soccer teams, and Brooke Van Dyke, field, has committed to Butler just recently. Christina committed last year just as a sophomore. Florida State saw what they wanted in her and got it. We're now looking at Penn's recent results. Haven't really had a close game for a while. Most recent game was Penn 10, Bremen 0, a thrashing of Bremen. Penn 5, South Bend Riley 0, and Penn 5, South Bend Washington 1. As you can see, the last 2 games have been clean sheets for Penn.
Yes.
We can also look at Penn sports for this week. Penn versus St. Joe football tomorrow night looks to be a huge game. Penn football is looking to stay undefeated. And then last night, Penn girls soccer team beat St. Joe 8-2 last night at St. Pat's Park. As I said before, Penn girls number 1 in the state, number 4 in the nation.
In sectional news for Penn, Penn will actually be hosting a Class 2A boys soccer sectional. The first round will be Monday, October 3rd. Second round will be Wednesday, October 5th. And the championship is Saturday, October 8th at 7 p.m. The schools participating in that will be Penn, Mishawaka, South Bend Adams, South Bend Clay, and South Bend Riley.
Penn has handily beat all the teams in their group, but some of these could be tough. Could prove tough for Penn if they overlook them. Looking at 8 minutes left in the intermission. What do you think of the first half?
I mean, I think it was very, very evenly competitive. Like, they were evenly matched all the way through. Great aggression, as I said earlier, and great defense from both. In the end of that first half there, it was right near the middle. You know, Penn was mainly on the aggressive for most, but, you know, it really wasn't a one-sided match at all.
Right.
I think everyone was – this has been a good challenge for both teams. What we expected, for sure.
As it was last year, we expected a close game. 5 minutes in, it looked like Penn could run away with it.
Yes. In other news, Penn, in Penn history, they have won 9 sectional championships and the last 5 in a row. So, Penn, very dominant in soccer.
Looking to repeat that also. We do have a little bit of a problem with mosquitoes out here.
Yes, very much so.
We got a lot of mosquito spray.
Bad mosquito season. I think it's affected us all in some way or another. Even if you don't go outside, they get you.
Rel, we need to get this working.
Well, the problem is the connectivity.
Out here?
We're not getting a good signal.
Oh.
We probably can't do sections, which is unfortunate.
From out here?
Yeah.
What if we move closer, like over there?
We can try.
This game is being broadcast at Penn High School. For more information, you can follow the Pennant on Twitter. All your sports news for Penn High School is on there, and yes.
Looking at 6 minutes remaining in the intermission. Penn all together on the far left side of the field. St. Joe now coming onto the field, taking a seat.
I failed to pick up the extra announcements today.
Big favorite thing I think a lot of people agree with from St. Joe is that beautiful powder blue they use for their colors. Fairly recent choice for them, I believe, and it seems to be a fan favorite.
Looks nice. Complimenting Penn's white.
Yes.
I think my keys to the second half, Penn's got to keep the ball on the ground. They're looking for a lot of long balls that just aren't working.
Yeah.
St. Joe's goalkeeper's quick to come out. Looks like they got to play the ball on the floor, retain possession, and look to strike through senior Drew Fulmer.
There's been a lot of header streaks, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth all game. So,
Who's watching?
So about 5 minutes left in this intermission here. Waiting, everybody's getting water break, trying to get escape from mosquitoes. Mosquito spray going out, and yes. One big thing for Penn is our support. Their student, staff, and everything in between out there in the stands. Full stands for this game. A lot of support for this Penn team.
It's nice to see on a weeknight. Stands are full, jam-packed along the fences. Looks like we got a camera crew arriving as well.
Everybody seems to be enjoying themselves very well. Lights are on in the stadium. It's getting dark. And about 4 minutes left in this intermission, and about the second half is going to be underway. I think one of the greatest things, we have cardboard cutouts of the faces of the
Big ones.
big ones. We're talking about 3-4 feet. Big signs. And a beautiful thing about Penn is, like, no matter what the sport, we always have incredible support with such. I mean, you can always find something for someone, I suppose.
Right. Looks like the Penn Kingsman mascot is out here taking penalties
Yes.
during the intermission. A little bit of entertainment for the fans, I presume.
Look like they're trying to hit the posts of the goal, is what I've been seeing out there. Don't know if there's any prizes out there or not, but seems to keep entertainment. Also seems to be a lot of soccer balls flying outside of the stands. Maybe some enthusiastic young fans trying to put themselves.
I remember being young, going to soccer games. All I'd want to do was play. I wouldn't really want to watch.
Yes. I think we all. Not much action on the tennis courts, actually, right across from the soccer field.
Normally, those are packed during the day.
Yes. With mosquitoes, probably a big part of that. About 3 minutes left in this intermission, and we should be underway. Talking for both teams, strategizing. It's a rather nice night, I'd say. Not too hot, not too cold, not too humid. Yes.
Referees look to be applying a ton of bug spray. Looks like they're getting bit up out there. I applied some myself just a little bit ago. Can't blame them.
Another great thing to think of is it hasn't been much of a hot-headed game. Everybody's
Right.
been able to keep their cool, and it's really showing school spirit. Like showing, not only proving to ourselves but proving to our fans that violence is not the way to go.
That's right.
Again, for further news on Penn sports, you can follow the Pennant, _Pennant at on Twitter.
That's for all your Penn sports needs. We try to get our scores out as soon as possible, as well as stories
And
player insights
yes,
as fast as we can get them out.
we have everything from person interest to just scores. We also have a website.
That's right.
Actually.
Thepennant.com. You can find even more Penn information. Everything you need surrounding Penn High School, you can find there.
About 1 minute left in this intermission. Players are heading back to the benches. Game face is on. I believe they are ready to go. Well, Penn is. St. Joe in their huddle. Last words before we start this second half.
Looking at about 45 seconds left.
Huge appreciation to these refs out here donating their time and for our
Broadcasting,
game.
homie.
The game. Where? YouTube.
All right, 15 seconds till we start this second half here. Both teams are taking the field, and they look determined.
Both teams look determined to find the win here.
All right, the clock is set. Refs taking their positions on the field. Last words from Coach Nakayama from the Penn bench.
Looks like we're going to get in the second half underway momentarily.
Again, as a recap, we are tied here 1-1. This is Penn versus St. Joseph. Second half action about to begin.
St. Joe now kicking from left to right. Penn attacking right to left. It'll be St. Joe ball to start the second half.
Lots of noise from the Penn crowd here.
Referee blows his whistle.
And here we go.
St. Joe attacking on the far side of the field. Finds the ball down line. Patrick Pulowski. Great block from Daniel Grace. He's been rock solid tonight. Pulowski looks to find the cross. Daniel Grace, slide tackle. John Graham. Plenty of space.
Find some daylight.
Plays the ball down line. Out of play. Looked to be deflected. St. Joe ball. Back heel flick from St. Joe. Ball now played in.
Ooh, looks like they lost a shoe up there.
Evan Mercurio with a great sliding challenge.
Nope, that was just dirt. That was a lot of dirt.
A lot of dirt flying up in the air. Mercurio's not afraid to come off of his line, and he had to there. That was going to be a certain St. Joe goal.
Indeed.
Great early attack from St. Joe.
Some fierce words from Coach Nakayama here. Doesn't seem to be too happy with something.
Can't be too happy with that defending there. Ball play back from McCullough to Evan Mercurio. Deflected
Well, that ball went flying.
by Patrick Pulowski in the right place at the right time. Deflected out of play, though. Evan Mercurio now to take the goal kick from the opposite side.
Very aggressive approach to the start of the second half from these St. Joe.
They look to be going for the win. They need it,
Yes.
as well as Penn do.
Again, if Penn does happen to win this game, they clinch a spot at a probable spot in the NIC Championship.
Nakayama is looking to bring two subs in, Andrew Fair and Sammy Atkins. Sammy Atkins, number 4. Andrew Fair, number 8. Offsides. Looks to be Riley Smith that's offside. Ball played in by Jackson Hopkins. It'll be a St. Joe free kick just outside the area. Number 22, Connor Smith to take. Long ball. Micah Craig wins it. Into Yvonne Gomez. Gomez looks to find John Graham. Dispossessed by George Griffith.
High
Ball
kick here.
flying into the air.
Missed header.
Ryan Kosak looks to find it, doesn't.
Ball goes out of play.
Atkins in for McCullough. Andrew Fair in for John Graham.
Looking to resume play here. Penn with a throw-in.
Alex Dobbins to take.
Very aggressive defensive play from St. Joe here.
They're throwing their bodies everywhere. Alex Dobbins to take.
Another throw and
One by
another
Grant
header.
Gillis. PENN, Let's Go Penn is the chant from the student section.
It's remarkable, just the sheer determination these St. Joe have. They look like a whole different team out here.
A lot more grit and a lot more aggressiveness we're seeing
Indeed.
from St. Joe.
Very much. They're coming in for a throw in here, see if they got a strategy coming in.
Number 2, Ryan Koslak to take. Patrick Pulowski plays back to Josh Scott.
Ball goes up.
Number 10, Gio Castaneda looks to find the pass. Micah Craig heads away.
2 headers. Penn
Sammy
trying
Atkins,
to hold on.
Sammy Atkins intercepts. Looks to find Andrew Fair. Can't get a foot on it.
Yes, right before the half, Penn seemed to be in the very aggressive, and they kept it on St. Joe's side of the field, and now it just seems to flip. St. Joe has been keeping it very much on Penn's side of the field.
Drew Fulmer chest down. Retains possession. Looks to find Riley Smith. Riley Smith has plenty of space.
Kick out of play.
Number 22, Connor Smith with a great interception. Penn could have been away there. Riley Smith finds Micah Craig in plenty of space in the midfield. Dispossessed by Patrick Pulowski. He's been a great player for St. Joe tonight. Ryan Koslak. Number 2. Looks to find a switch of play. Finds number 10, Gio Castaneda. Louis Nani, number 17. Missed challenge from Andrew Fair. Ivan Gomez looks to dispossess. Doesn't. Shot. Evan Mercurio with the safe hands. Mercurio takes his time here, lets his team get back up the pitch. St. Joe has been dominating possession so far.
Yeah, seems like they've been able to get pretty much 2 men whenever Penn has offense. They've been able to get 2 defensive men on each man. Like, extremely
Alex
aggressive.
Dobbins with the nutmeg on Ryan Koslak.
Ooh.
Dobbins with the slide challenge. Not the best challenge from senior captain Alex Dobbins, number 3.
St. Joe, number 10 for St. Joe goes down hard here.
Number 10, Gio Castaneda's down.
Seems to be getting up. And he's walking off.
Looks to be all right. Referee's now having a word with Alex Dobbins. It's a late challenge from Alex.
Number 10's walking off fine, going back to his position.
Just a foul, not a yellow card. Knockout reminding Dobbins to keep his head in the game.
Kip coming
Wasn't
from
the
number
best
26, Penn. Snuck in the header there, number 11, Penn.
Ivan Gomez dribbles. Looks to find Jackson Hopkins. Can't keep it in play.
Misses the pass.
St. Joe throw in Penn's half. Riley Smith looking to find space.
2 men.
It'll be a St. Joe throw again. Team defending from St. Joe. Patrick Pulowski looks to split the Penn's defense.
Recovery.
Great recovery run from Alex Dobbins. St. Joe's now attacking. Offsides. Josh Scott is offsides. Ball played in from Ryan Koslak. Looked to be a good attacking ball. Taken quickly by
Ball.
Brandon Stahl into Micah Craig. Micah Craig finds Ivan Gomez.
Quick closing defense here from St. Joe. Stealthy, indeed. Seem to be getting there just before Penn gets able to get the pass off.
Sammy Atkins finds Riley Smith. Riley Smith, a bit of possession here, a bit of dribbling. Dispossessed, out of play. Look like it is him. He'll take the throw. Finds Ivan Gomez. Ivan, straight to a St. Joe player. Daniel Greaves finds 22, Micah Craig. Jackson Hopkins looks to find Drew Fulmer on the chip pass. Wasn't too far off. Great challenge from Grant Gillis. Looks like Hopkins might be down. It'll be a Penn corner. Hopkins looks to be all right. It's not the first time he's gone down this game. Has had a couple tough challenges. Looks like number 22, Micah Craig, to take this corner.
Second half play here. Penn St. Joe still tied 1-1.
Craig hits it. Into the box. Fulmer flicked on the header. Micah Craig hits it. Great save from St. Joe keeper.
Incredible block. Wow.
Gunnar Sadawi, what a hit from Micah Craig. Nearly took the lead here with 32 minutes left to play.
No goal, but the Penn fans are wild.
They really like that effort. It was tough for the goalie to see there. Look, a lot of bodies in front. Great save.
St. Joe seems to have a very quite tall goalie there. If he didn't have that height, that might have slipped right past him.
Another corner from the back post. St. Joe's goalie gets a tip on it. Looks like it's going to be a corner from the opposite side.
Three subs looking to come in for St. Joe here. Number 13, 15, and 24.
That'll be JP Raster, Rocky Correa Arroyo, and number 24, Eddie Duarte Navarrete. Penn looking to take the corner.
Kick in.
Great ball in. Won by Brandon Stahl. Great hit. Cleared off the line by
Oh.
St. Joe. Great hit from Andrew Fair.
Very close possession there for Penn.
Sammy Atkins down the far side of the field, far right side of the field. Assessing his options. Finds Andrew Fair on the right wing. Dispossessed. Patrick Pulowski looking to create something here. He is running down the left side. Whips the ball in. Away by Alex Dobbins. On touch on with Gio Castaneda. Alex Dobbins, great sliding challenge. Not the first from him. Ball sprayed into the midfield. Louis Nani collects. Number 17. Finds Pulowski. Pulowski dribbles in. Has a shot. Saved by Evan Mercurio.
Great save there.
That was a tough bouncing shot.
About 10 minutes into second half play here.
Both sides attacking very well. Mercurio for Jackson Hopkins. Grant Gillis wins the ball.
Coming in, throw for Penn. Throw in. Whistle blown by the ref.
Dobbins ordered to take the throw from a little bit farther back. Takes it. Looking for Drew Fulmer. Drew's second to that ball.
Heavy contact out there. Both going for that ball very aggressively. Skillful footwork.
You're right, Andrew Fair looking for number 21, Drew Fulmer. It's going to be a St. Joe goal kick. Coming to the game for Penn, number 19, Zach Lopez, and number 7, John Graham.
And again, coming in for St. Joe, number 13, 15, and 24.
Zach Lopez coming in for number 11, Riley Smith. And number 7, John Graham coming in for number 8, Andrew Fair.
Coming out for St. Joe, number 2, number 4, and number 8.
That'll be Koslak and Pulowski and one other coming off for St. Joe. It'll be St. Joe goal kick after the scrum on the far side of the field.
Ball has good distance.
Micah Craig wins. Zach Lopez looking to attack. This is his first action we've seen him tonight.
Recovery Penn.
Micah Craig, bit of skill from Micah Craig.
Very fancy
Into Zach
footwork.
Lopez. Lopez looks to find Fulmer. Fulmer,
Taking advantage. Oh,
the left-footed strike.
very good attempt at a goal there. Good save by St. Joe goalie.
Another great save.
Kick launched into the air. Way good distance.
Daniel Greaves misses the header.
Possible handball.
It was, in fact, a handball
Handball called.
by J.P. Raster in the battle between him and Daniel Greaves for possession. It's going to be a free kick for Evan Mercurio just outside Penn's area. Mercurio takes. Fulmer looks to get it. Louis Nani beats him to it. Nani in possession. Jackson Hopkins, great sliding challenge. Tries to keep it in play. Out of bounds. It's going to be number 5, Grant Gillis with the throw.
A little bit more info about this game. It cannot end in a draw. It will go into overtime. There will be a winner.
We will find a winner tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a deciding game.
Zach Lopez in plenty of space. He's going to look to find John Graham. John Graham down the far right side of the field. Graham, can he beat his man?
Penn crowd on
He
their
does.
feet.
Ball in the box, great save!
Ball out of play.
Second shot blasted over the bar from Zach Lopez. 2 great efforts on goal.
Roar from the Penn crowd here. They are loving it.
Penn having the majority of the chances here. It's not, can't say that for the first 10 minutes, but these past 5 minutes or so, Penn's been really dominating. Unlucky to not be in the lead right now.
Again, an amazing turnout for the Penn crowd here, especially on a weeknight.
Looks to be more and more as the game goes on.
Yes.
St. Joe's keeper to take the kick. Low driven kick. Drew Fulmer wins the header. Into Zach Lopez, number 19. Lopez.
Great
Fulmer.
teamwork coming here from St. Joe.
Referee plays the advantage on a late challenge from Drew Fulmer. Drew Fulmer with a great back heel flick into Ivan Gomez. Fulmer plays it out wide. Sammy Atkins playing right back. Very versatile for this. Center defensive mid, left back, and right back. John Graham looking to find Zach Lopez. Can't find him. Brandon Stahl boxing out. Number 15 for St. Joe, Alex Dobbins. Finds Micah Craig. Bit of a missed touch for Micah Craig. Gives St. Joe possession. Number 10, Giovanni Castaneda with the challenge.
Attempted slide tackle there. St. Joe.
Zach Lopez wins the ball. A big roar from the Penn crowd as he wins the ball. Look, it's going to be a St. Joe throw on the far side of the field, right by the Penn student section.
Great aggression and determination for both teams here. No one letting up an inch.
Both teams really want to pull this one out. Bitter rivals, to say the least. Looks like a switch of play here from St. Joe. Number 22, Connor Smith on the ball. Looks to switch it to Grant Gillis. He does. Gillis connects. Right wing, number 24, Eddie Duarte Navarrete. Looks to connect with number 15. Looks like that was Rocky Correa Arroyo.
Good streak of passes there from St. Joe, but
They just couldn't
ball
keep it in
ends up
play.
out of play. Yes.
Looks like number 3, Alex Dobbins, senior captain. He's going to take the throw here. Looking at about 25 minutes left. Ball played out by number 10 of St. Joe.
Throwing here
Gio,
for
as they
Penn.
call him. Zach Lopez looks to win the header. Grant Gillis comes out first.
Heavy action on the sidelines here.
Looks like Penn's making a sub momentarily. Number 10, Edgar Bateo looks like he's going to be coming into the game. Mercurio with the punt.
Launching kick.
John Graham traps it. This possesses not 1 but 2 St. Joe players to retain possession for his team. Drew Fulmer finds Micah Craig. Micah Craig looks to slide it through into St. Joe's goalkeeper.
Field resets here. Another incredible launching kick. Most of the length of the field there.
Brandon Stahl heads that down. Drew Fulmer into Ivan Gomez. Gomez looking to create something again. Finds Sammy Atkins out on the far side of the pitch. Atkins does well to control that. Micah Craig. He's been a rock today for Penn in the midfield. Brandon Stahl finds Alex Dobbins. Alex Dobbins finds himself in a bit of space. Finds Jackson Hopkins. Hopkins down the left side of the field. Cuts in. Beats not one, not 2, but 3. Looks like a 50-50 challenge there from Zach Lopez. Referee blows his whistle. Subs coming in for both teams here.
4 subs about to come in for St. Joe.
Yeah, we got you, G. We got you, G. Come on, play hard now.
So we've got number 2, 4, 8, and it looks like 19. Don't quote me on that one.
St. Joe in possession here. Looking to work down the right side of the field. Viewing is a little bit impaired from the subs, the multitude of subs. Ivan Gomez fouled in the midfield
Scrap
by
here in the midfield, yes.
by number 10, Gio Castaneda.
Number 22 for Penn here, taking the kick.
Micah Craig looking to whip another ball into the box. We have to stand up to see this free kick as the multitude of subs are still here. Craig
Taking
takes. Looking for the far right side of the pitch.
Wins the header, Penn. Ball goes out of play.
Out for a goal kick. Edgar Mateo comes on for Penn. Looks like it's Jackson Hopkins coming out.
Coming out for St. Joe, number 15, 13, 24, and
10.
looks like 10. A lot of subs, a lot of fresh blood here on the St. Joe team. Man, those boys look worn out.
It's been a tough fought game.
Indeed.
Clock's been stopped here. The referee's looking to have a word with the St. Joe goalkeeper.
St. Joe goalkeeper in bright green here, and Penn is in bright orange.
I didn't see what the referee wants. Looks like he could have been complaining to the referee.
Possible.
No cards given. We're going to have the game restarting momentarily with the St. Joe goal kick.
About 21 minutes left here.
Low driven kick straight to Edgar Mateo. Penn could be in here. Drew Fulmer into Mateo.
Crowd going wild.
Looked like a foul on Drew Fulmer. Nothing given by the referee.
Again, kick recovered by Penn.
Long ball looking for Edgar Mateo by Micah Craig. Intercepted. St. Joe with Patrick Pulowski down the far right side of the field. Daniel Grease.
Throwing here for Penn.
Ryan Koslak.
St. Joe on the offensive.
Brandon Stahl now. Deflected out by Patrick Pulowski.
Ball out of play.
Throw over the head of Koslak. Into Drew Fulmer. Fulmer heads down to Ivan Gomez. What does Gomez see here? He finds Fulmer. Fulmer skips past one. Finds Zach Lopez. Lopez look to cross it. Pulls down
Whistle blown.
the right back, Grant Gillis, number 5. Whistle blown. Free kick, St. Joe. Just over 20 minutes left.
Launch kick. I'm in the midfield.
Brandon Stahl wins. Ivan Gomez finds right back Sammy Atkins. Sammy. With the outside of the foot, finds Fulmer. Fulmer. Straight to St. Joe's left back. Edgar Berteo wins. 50-50 challenge here. Sammy Atkins with a great outside the boot pass. Into Micah Craig. Craig cuts inside, right foot. Fulmer hits it.
Out of play. St. Joe takes possession.
Fulmer's a little bit off balance. Wasn't the best hit from him, but it was a chance for Penn. Great
Kick.
build-up play from Penn.
Kick coming here from the St. Joe goalie. He has quite a leg. Launches it mostly into the Penn territory every time.
Looks like he's going to do it again. He does. One here by Micah Craig. St. Joe's going to have a sub coming in momentarily.
For 24.
Looks like Eddie Duarte Navarrete.
High launch kick here.
One by Daniel Grease again. Looks like Sammy Atkins on the far right side of the field trying to keep the ball in.
Ooh. That had to hurt
Blasted
a little.
off of St. Joe's player, back onto him, so it's going to be a St. Joe throw off of Atkins. Number 20 now coming onto the field.
St. Joe, number 24, Eddie Duarte Marlette. In for your Penn Kingsman, number 20, Heine Jensen.
Looks like Heine Jensen, the other exchange student, coming in for John Graham. This one's from Poland. Nicholas Arien is from Germany. Number 20, Heine Jensen. And for number 7, John Graham. Looks like Penn has 2 more subs that will be coming in with the next dead ball. number 11, Riley Smith, and number 9, Jackson Hopkins. Looks like it's going to be a St. Joe corner on the far right side of the field. It's going to be number 8, Josh Scott, taking the kick. Taking this with the in-swing of his right foot. Josh Scott takes. In-swinging ball. Can't find a St. Joe player. Whistle blown by the referee. Foul on captain Louis Nani, pulling Brandon Stahl, Penn center back.
About 17 minutes left in play here in the second half. Again, this game will get a winner. It will not end in a draw. It's currently tied 1-1, St. Joe and Penn.
Current IHSA format is 2 overtime periods followed by penalty kicks if a winner can't be found. Penn currently has 3 strikers on the field. They're really going for it here. Lopez finds Mateo in the box.
Take back
Mateo
the other
can't
way.
keep control of it. Ivan Gomez knocks back to Daniel Grease. Daniel Grease, Micah Craig. Good bit of skill to chip it around the St. Joe defender. St. Joe have a chance to break here. Alex Dobbins intercepts. Edgar Berteo in here. Can he find Heine Jensen? He does. Shot deflected. Micah Craig goes down. Penn only has 3 back for the St. Joe counterattack. Great sliding challenge from Daniel Grease. The junior has been solid for Penn today. Number 2, the captain, Daniel Grease. Grant Gillis here. Out of play.
Re-entering for Penn, number 9, Jackson.
Subs coming in here for Penn, number 11 and number 9.
Number 11, Riley Smith, and number 9, Jackson Hopkins. Off the field, it's Edgar Berteo and
Throw in for
Zach
Penn.
Lopez. Drew Fulmer looks to find Riley Smith. He does. Riley Smith, the fresh legs.
Aggressive play.
He goes down.
Ball
Nothing
going
by
out
the
of play.
referee. The referee seems to be letting the boys play today. Not blowing his whistle too much. See another throw for Penn. The previous thrower, Alex Dobbins, comes off the field. New left back now to take it, Louis Anamakala. Fulmer tries to box out. He does. Keeps possession of the ball. Great work from Drew Fulmer. Great awareness.
Incredible.
Finds Ivan Gomez. He looks to play the ball down the right side of the field. He doesn't. Looks for Sammy Atkins. Finds him. Atkins. Can he connect with Jensen? He doesn't. Looks like 3 subs coming in for St. Joe. Number 10, Gio Castaneda. Number 9, Maxwell Manta. And number 20, Sebastian Dominguez.
Coming out number 19, 14, and 2 for St. Joe.
Ryan Kosike, George Griffith, and David Deputy coming off for St. Joe.
Cowbells and encouraging yells coming over from the Penn crowd.
Looks as if they all have yellow towels to wave as well. St. Joe and I just seem to be trapped in their corner. Penn doing very well.
Ball goes out of play.
Heine Jensen deflects the ball out of play. The Polish exchange student here. Throwing for St. Joe. Ref blew his whistle here. Could be an illegal throw. I believe those yellow towels we thought are boomsticks. We'll be hearing those shortly.
Yes, indeed. Well, I want a boomstick.
Micah Craig looks to connect with Louiana McCauley. He does. Brandon Stahl finds Ivan Gomez. Gomez looking to find the long ball. Heine Jensen. Just a little bit too much on it.
Ball
for
seems to go out of
Jensen.
play. Coming in for St. Joe, number 14, and for Penn, number 7.
Number 14, George Griffith coming on the field. Number 7, John Graham coming in for Heine Jensen.
Cowbells and boomsticks.
Polish International only got a few minutes, but he's very creative in those few minutes. Created a lot for Penn. Number 20, Heine Jensen coming off the field. Penn students are getting increasingly louder.
Maybe beneficial down